On May 1, 2019, the New York City Council proposed legislation to create a specialized high schools task force. It was introduced by Council Speaker Corey Johnson in a hearing convened by the Committee on Education to address racial disparities in the city's public schools. The task force is being developed to address concerns about racial inequality in admissions to specialized high schools.
By convening a task force comprised of experts and stakeholders and charging them with conducting a process to solicit public input, we hope to see recommendations to ensure a more equitable admissions process, to expand opportunities to more students without seeing a reduction in slots for any single community.
Councilman Mark Traeger co-sponsored the task force legislation.
To those who say integration will hurt the quality of schools, I dismiss that argument. That statement is both outrageous and racist.
On March 18th, the New York Times reported that only 7 of 895 freshmen entering Stuyvesant High School this fall are black. According to the Department of Education, just 10.5% of blacks and Hispanics were offered admission to the specialized high schools this fall, even though students of both races comprise almost 70% of the entire public school system. In light of these statistics, the task force will consider abolishing the specialized high schools admissions test, a move that's already generating controversy. Larry Carey, president of the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation, says that the test should be kept.
So to me, it's race, but the racism is the failure of the New York City school system to do a proper job of educating the black and the Latino population.
But schools chancellor Richard Carranza gave a different viewpoint in his opening remarks in the city council hearing.
Simply put, the single admissions test is unfair and the status quo is unacceptable. If we are to advance equity now, we must eliminate the single test for specialized high schools now.
As the task force is being convened, the DOE plans to increase diversity in the specialized high schools in 2 ways. First, it will expand the Discovery program, which gives low-income students who just missed the passing score on the SHSAT another chance at admission. And second, instead of that test, the DOE wants to admit the top 7% of students at each public middle school based on grades and standardized test scores. An April 2nd poll conducted by Quinnipiac University found that 63% of New Yorkers want to reform the specialized high school admissions process to increase diversity. Another 57% of voters want to abolish the SHSAT in favor of other admissions criteria like grades and test scores. Reporting from City Hall in Lower Manhattan, I'm Richard Nago.